Okay. I'm clocking out because of unjust reason. It is 4:53. My time is at 4 o'clock. It's 3:53. Islam doing about today and my Moorish American Nation and family. I'm at Burger King, and today I had to speak to the manager again, Thomas, about calling me Mo. He actually did this in front of the customers. Okay, now ever since I spoke to him about saying Mo to call, and just now the manager James said clock out. He forced me to clock out. My time is at 4 o'clock. So just as once again, after Carl and I and Thomas had the conversation about him saying Mo, he said he didn't say Mo. Okay? He said he never said Mo, and I corrected him and said you did say Mo. Today, it is November the and once again, far as I know, James is he's in the Army, as far as I know, or used to be in the Army. Miss Phyllis had a family member that used to be in the Navy. And the reason why I say this, because sometimes when these incidents happen, those that are connected to the Navy or Army are in full dress, when they start behaving as though are unconstitutional. They're either in a drive-through, or they have came in, or they're they're standing around with the Navy emblem or Army emblem. So, and so I just want to say that. And right now, if you look over here, the police are right across the street from Burger King, across from Wendy's. So I asked him again, because he made me truly upset, because after we had the conversation with Carl, he lied and said he don't say Mo. And I corrected him and said, you do say Mo. You actually went back and said Mo man, Mo man. Today in front line, he once again, he's still, ever since then, he's been saying Mo to the customers, Mo to the employees. He just, it happened a little bit. He started saying this a little bit after the coronavirus. Now, I've been working with Thomas for over 2 years. He never said Mo before, so I didn't understand what caused him to start saying Mo or addressing the customers as Mo, like a little bit after the coronavirus pandemic. Then that was Katie. She's not including the video, saying, yeah, she's in a drive-thru. She's a pale-skinned co-worker. So, so Khalid was, so earlier today, I'm serving the customers, and once again, he's addressing the customers, Mo, love, and he looked at me and said Mo in front of the customers. And once again, since I spoke to Carl, he's been saying Mo. Just this past week, last Monday, he addressed me as Mo again. And I told him, I said, it's not about you saying Mo or speaking whatever out your mouth. It's about what you're saying to me in a professional atmosphere. And I having to correct you in front of the customers. It's just like me telling Khalid not to curse at me in front of the customers. And I told Carl about this as well. So last Monday, Thomas, he looked at me again and said Mo, and I said, sir, don't say Mo to me. And we spoke about nationality when we had the conversation with Carl, the owner, and you definitely don't seem to know or have information about nationality. So don't say Mo to me. Don't call me Mo. My name is Rhonda. And so today he did the exact same thing. And Khalid Muhammad actually said, I heard you say Mo, or he walked by saying Mo. And because I said to Thomas, Thomas, please. I said, Thomas, don't call me Mo. This is harassment. I can sue you, because he's been doing it ever since I had the conversation with him and Carl, and he denied it. But he keeps saying Mo, and he addressing me to Mo. Address me to Mo. It doesn't matter what he say to those he know, the customers, his children. It don't matter. It's what he says to me. I am an employee at Burger King. I don't know him. He don't know me personally, unless he wanted the people at American Extended Stay going up and down the hall saying Burger King, I love you, brother. Now, if he's one of those people stalking the room that I gave testimony about, he might think he knows me, but he don't know me. I don't know anyone here personally here at Burger King. I don't know anyone personally here. All I asked Thomas to do is not to address me as Mo. So unless he one of those that I've given testimony about constantly about saying, Burger King, I love you, brother, I pay, or that sort of thing, then he might think he knows me. But nobody here in Annapolis, Maryland knows Imani Gray-Bey or I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, Moorish Americans. We reclaim our Moorish our nationality in 2015. Personally, no one can say that. So all I did was, so I actually told him, I said, sir, do not call me Mo today. It is the 7th of December. I can sue you. And I had to say it quickly in front of customers because it's like this has been, I mean, after I told Carl, he's still saying Mo to the customers, but he denied saying Mo to the customers. He denied addressing me as Mo. And then even after I said it today, he went and said, man. Okay, and as in some about saying something he could say what I don't know exactly word from word, but you worrying about what I say out my mouth, and it's not about me worrying about what you say out your mouth. It's about you using what Burger King says. Burger King says connect, appreciate, respect everyone, care. So how can an employee demonstrate these attributes or these acronyms, not attributes, these acronyms of Burger King if the managers are belligerently cursing on the front floor, allowing the co-workers do that to you? You having to defend yourself because they want to call you stupid and make it like you don't know what you're doing by bringing up something that that they done that could have literally put you in a hospital, like Khalid Muhammad spraying mace and spray. He's quick to make jokes about me not being smart or something, or sarcastic with the manager, Miss Phyllis. But he's the one that sprayed pepper spray or mace. I don't know which one it was. That's why I put it in a letter that Janelle signed to verify it was done inside of Burger King. So today I brought that up because let me finish. So all I asked Thomas to do is not address me as Mo. Do not address me as Love. We use the word Mo between Moorish Americans. That's all I ask him to do. Unless he or other employees at Burger King or someone that knows him or one of the ones that are stalking the room at American Extended Stay, going up and down the hall saying Burger King, when I give testimony about my genitals being attacked, spiritually, mentally, about my dreams being invaded, and someone slamming the door, unless he one of those people, why would he think he know me to dress me as Mo? Why would he think that? So as I continued on with this, so I definitely today told him, I said, I can sue you for harassment and discrimination. Miss Phyllis do not want me to stand by her and do fries. I asked her, I said, Miss Phyllis, why don't you want me to stand by you and do fries? She said, one day I'll tell you. This been going on for about a year, over a year. Just off and on, like maybe 2 years, but she do not want to tell me, or she act like she don't know, or like there's some secret of why she don't want to stand by me, or allow me to stand by her and do fries. And when she has addressed me in an inappropriate manner, like she called me a stupid bitch one time, and she really cursed me and really spoke belligerent to me, I said, Miss Phyllis, do you speak to other employees this way? She said, no, I only speak to you. And I told her this is discrimination because we are in a coronavirus pandemic. People need their jobs. So people need their jobs. They need their hours. That does not mean managers should take this time when people need their jobs to abuse their authority. Even if it wasn't we're not among a pandemic. Even if we was not among a pandemic, say we were just someone who is just moved and didn't need a job. They need to pay their bills. They have children to feed. No manager should take an opportunity to abuse their authority, to abuse their title. And that's exactly what is going on. And that's what I addressed to Carl. I said, Carl, I asked him, I said, don't call me Mo. He denied it. And right afterwards, I worked with him. He's still saying Mo. He didn't say it to me, but he was saying Mo to the customers. I never heard Thomas say Mo before, ever, until after the pandemic. After the pandemic, just literally, just boldly started saying Mo. And then he got so bold. At first, I didn't know what he was saying because it sounded like he was mumbling Mo. Then he got so bold to say it so loud, I couldn't help but ask him one day. I said, sir, are you saying, did you address me as Mo? He said, Mo man. Like he didn't say it. Then I just walked away because I need my job.
Excuse me. If you need your job, when somebody asks you to do something, you should do it.
What are you talking? Oh, you told me to clock out.
Yeah, when Mr. Thomas asked you 3 or 4 times, let it go, you just kept right on.
He was cursing in front of the customers as he said, let it go. He used the F word. He said DAM. He said you can't say.
Was he cursing at you?
He was cursing about me in front of the customers. He was saying you cannot tell a man what they can have if they out the mouth and so forth. He was cursing about me in front of the customer. He was cursing.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
James, did you?
I'm listening to you.
I mean, this is in front of the front line in the professional atmosphere, using the F word and DAMN. Khalid Muhammad, when I went back there to look for the syrup, because I was rushing, I didn't see the syrup in the front part. I know where you keep the syrup, but he went to the back and said, if I heard him say stupid, like other customers have heard him say things, the customers heard it because I was right up there with the customer. He said stupid, and all you have to do is say, oh, it's in the back. As a team player, you overlooked it possibly, but it's in the back.
What syrup was you looking for?
The chocolate syrup.
We didn't have it anymore. It was an empty box.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is what I have to say about this. Okay. Hey, he's wrong for cursing. I do agree with you. But when we ask you to let it go, all you gotta do is be quiet. But what y'all do, you keep talking and you keep blowing up the situation. When we say let it go, just let it go. You had a customer in front of you, let that go. Take care of the customer in front of you, and we'll move on and take care of the rest of the customer. I said, hold on, just listen, please.
Okay, sure.
Okay, now, there were 3 other customers in line. If you just would have focused on what was in front of you, let that go, everything would have got quiet. All this back and forth, you know what y'all sound like? You sound like children. This is why I use the word children. Okay? None of y'all have no respect. None of y'all. Okay? We are the managers. We run this place. Okay? And when we ask y'all to do something, all we get is a lot of lip. When we ask y'all to let it go, you're like children. Throwing the tantrum. Just can't be quiet. For me, I'm tired of it. I haven't even been here a good 2 hours. And here I'm out here giving you a sermon on this freaking nonsense, because it's nonsense. We say we're adults. Why can't we act like adults? And we show each other common courtesy and a little bit of respect. But everybody uses that word. Oh, you're disrespecting me. You disrespect yourself the way y'all carry yourself. All of y'all.
James,
yes,
it should not be happening. It is against constitutional rights. This isn't against Burger King. It's against Burger King's acronym: care, connect, appreciate, respect everyone. For any manager to abuse their authority and curse on the front floor, it should not be happening, period. And if he said let it go, anytime you managers ask me to do anything, you say jump, I say what you need me to do. But when it comes to disrespecting me as an employee, as an American citizen, and then he continued to talk about what was happening on the front line, cursing in front of the customers. So I turned around and I had said,
what did you do?
What did I do?
What did you do?
I'm telling you what I did.
You did the same thing he did.
I did not curse. No, I said, sir, do not.
I didn't say you cursed.
I didn't. I said, sir. I turned around and I said, sir, because he is the manager. He's cursing and talking, and I'm over here as an employee. I am not subordinate, a slave, an animal, where I just sit down and I'm not a child, and
No,
where I sit down and listen to a man who's supposed to be upholding constitution or some form of ethics on the front line in front of the customers and cursing about me, about the situation, and instead of using a form of professionality, and that should not be happening.
I agree with you.
It should never happen.
I agree with what you just
It
said.
should never happen. So I don't understand why you bring in this like acting like children. This is about professional atmosphere.
It's supposed to be professional.
It abuses my ears to hear him cursing using the word. I don't curse. To hear him say the F word, D-A-M, I don't curse. It abused my ears to hear him curse about the situation in front of the customers.
Right. You're right about that. You're right about that. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go.
Have a good day.
Islam, Dwayne Bey, and my Moorish American nation and family. So then, as I was continuing, that was James who said he used to be in the army but not in the army. So as I was saying, I was telling him it should not be happening. None of this should be happening. It should never happen where I have to continuously tell someone to not address me as Mo. Okay, so if an employee tell you don't address her or him as Mo, okay, no problem. You're a manager. It's no big deal. Your employee come in. If she late, like today I was late, I called. I don't know who calls. I don't know who don't, but I called so that they don't feel, because I'm trying to secure my job. If an employee is trying to be respectful to you as much as possible, then you should respect that. You do not take it upon yourself and treat them as though, well, I know she needs this job, because he kept afterwards. He was threatening to fire me, Thomas, just like James, who was just speaking. He's the one that actually forced me to clock out before, because he said I did not want to serve the customers, because I went around the corner to wash my hands and change my gloves. He said I was trying to put more work on the co-workers at Burger King to do the basic things that I was told to do while we in the coronavirus pandemic, because I tore my gloves. So what I was saying, Dwayne Bey, and my Moorish American nation and family, I was telling him, I told Thomas, again, in front of the customers, I can sue you for harassment and discrimination, because it's not that he said, it's not that after the situation with Carl, I spoke to Carl, I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell the owner about it so the owner, can talk to him. Okay? So the owner, Carl, brings Thomas in the conversation, and Thomas denies saying Mo. Okay, what? So I like, okay, if he's going to lie about it, I can't stop him from lying, but I corrected him and kept saying, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Then then afterwards, he continued to say Mo to the customers and to employees, or just, whoever. So I said, okay, he's not addressing me. I'm going to ignore it. I don't know what made him start using the word Mo now, but I'm going to ignore it. Approximately, I think it was last Monday, if I remember correctly, again, he addressed me as Mo. And instead of him denying and saying, I did not call you Mo, Rhonda, he once again brought up something about nationality or scruffed it off. He didn't say I didn't call you Mo. Today, once again, in front of the customers, I told him because once again he addressed me as Mo, and like as though he like tried to do it in a casual manner. I said, sir, do not call me Mo. Do not address me as Mo. I can sue you for harassment because it is harassment. He said, you are worrying about what comes out of people's mouth. We're busy. And as usual, Khalid, after that, he walked by and said, yeah, she was talking about this. I spoke to Khalid and about as a group in a conversation about not calling me other than my name, Rhonda. Miss Phyllis was working that day, and this was last week. And I said, it's just like when Thomas used the word Mo when he addressed me. I said it because I know I already had a meeting with Carl about it. And I asked him to not use the word Mo. I'm Moorish American. That's my nationality. Don't use the word Mo. Towards me. Address me. Call me Rhonda. Khalid's like, what is nationality? I say, I'm going to leave that up to you to figure that out or to look it up or to study. And I went forward, and then Miss Phyllis heard us talking and said, what is nationality? And I said, Miss Phyllis, I looked at her, I said, you know what nationality is, because when you address me in an inappropriate manner, I told you that that's discrimination, because I asked her why she did not want, I said, do you talk to other employees this manner? Do you curse at them? Do you speak to them in a belligerent way? For no reason. For no reason. Just, and she just said, no, I only talk to you this way. She's the one just about a week and a half ago, she was talking to, I think it was approximately, she was talking to a lady that comes into Burger King that has a license plate, the fraternal order on it. And she was saying that her husband loudly, now before I thought her husband was in the Navy, I wasn't sure because I don't know her personally. I've been working for Burger King since June of 2016. I don't know her personally, never had a conversation about it. I don't know. Just approximately a week and a half ago, approximately or even less, she loudly was talking to the lady that drives a car that has a police fraternal order on it about how her husband was in the Navy. So I couldn't help but hear. I think she said he retired from the Navy. So I said, Miss Phyllis, once again, getting back to last week, I said, you know about nationality because I told you I felt discriminated against as a Moorish American that day when, and I had to think about it. I said, yeah, it was the day when you were upset and said some things to me. And now that I remember, because many times, she said I'm the only one that she doesn't want standing next to her. This has been going on doing fries. This has been going on for over almost 2 years. So it's like she had asked her why, she doesn't want to say why. And that day when she spoke to me inappropriately, as though she knew me. Now, why would she feel it's okay unless, once again, if she's connected to some of these people that I speak about going up and down the hall saying, I love you, some of these males with an African-American accent saying, brother, I love you, and the female saying, brother, I love you, military. Why would she, or I paid, we paid, stay. Those Moors are dirty. We paid those Moors. Why would she feel it's okay to curse, to use words in a way other than English, or just, why would she feel it's okay to curse or speak to me in an inappropriate manner? Because I never had a conversation. I never hung out with her. I don't know anyone personally here. Wendy's is right across the street. That's where Imani works. Imani doesn't know anyone personally here. So why would she feel why did she feel this way? why does she feel it's okay to personalize a situation with her and I in reference to speaking to me in a manner that you would speak to someone that you know, like family or on the streets or something like that? You know, I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense. But when I asked her, I said, do you speak to everyone this way? Or that day when she was speaking to me out my name, she said, only you. And I told her, as a Moorish American, I feel discriminated against. Last week, as I was telling Khalid about, we were talking about Mo and not saying that to me, he said, I don't know what nationality is. I said, well, I'm not going to talk about this with you. You can look it up for yourself. Miss Phyllis said, well, what is nationality? Like, she was trying to get in the conversation. She didn't know what it is. I know she know what it is because I told her I was a Moorish American. That's my nationality. And that day she made joke. She was scoffing about the Constitution. I told her it's against my constitutional right, and she was scoffing about constitutional rights. She was like, "What is the constitutional rights?" And making a joke about it. And nationality, like she's still gonna mistreat me. She's still going to speak to me in a belligerent way. What is constitutional rights? So I'm going to continue. Hold on one moment.